well in our work. We're getting promoted. Money is good. Everything is good. We are investing well. Buying properties or owning the things like your wealth. It looks good. But if you take a peep or a peek into your family, then if the family is stable and still rise up with you into the area that you have gauged those level of achievement, there are no problems. But if you are achieving all these things and then lacking and losing your family, then I believe it's time for for a review, or a time for you to stand still and just take a step back and relook at and how you're doing this. I mean, there's no other better time than this because we're coming towards the end of the year. It's just a quick look throughout 2023 and how you've managed and how you have lived your life. For me, it's quite easy. When I look back, I say I elected a few things because for this year, our programs for the church is quite very intact and very busy in terms of going around in the regions within Fiji and traveling. That I leave my family quite a fair bit, but I try to make it up by calling them. I try to make it up by talking to them on the phone wherever I am. So when I look back for this year, I haven't really sit down to write down the elements or the areas that I felt that I lack or I could improve, but I believe that I can find ways that I need to improve in ways that I believe that it's available, but I didn't use it or make the most of it to continue to have my family with me at all times. When there is an event and my family join me, I'm at peace knowing at least half of my family is with me, or some of my family members is with me. But if I can take my whole lot of my family, I'm glad to do that because not only I get to achieve what is projected to be achieved for that event, but I also achieve it together with my family in the fellowship of my children and also my grandchildren. And that is one thing that sometimes when we are so focused in the things we do, we thought that our family are good enough with the food that we place on the table, the roof above their heads, and the clothes on their body, and for them to be content with that. Yeah.
And most of the time we focus on our achievement, and sometimes we focus on the outside things. And by doing that, we are automatically cutting off from the connection of our family. While talking on the family, I take this time to say happy birthday to Elijah.
Yeah.
2nd of December, normally every year we celebrate his birthday, and he's our only son. So happy birthday, Elijah. And,
happy birthday, and you just happen to be on Esther. Our church is actually on an Esther program, Esther fasting program that started yesterday. And it's amazing. The kitchen was so quiet. I believe the kitchen will be saying, what happened to us? Kitchen was so quiet yesterday, and the whole day yesterday, and last night, and this morning, very quiet, and very unusually quiet. And it really gives you also, like it indicates on how you're so busy with what you eat. So when you're fasting, sometimes you don't really know what to do with your life. You're either making your coffee or tea, or you're doing something in the midst of doing everything.
It shows that most of the time we are using for ourselves.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to eating food or drinking. If we look back, like yesterday, it was very quiet.
Yeah.
Nobody go to the fridge, and
Too
nobody.
quiet.
Yeah.
It's like no one was at home.
Like we got nothing to do. We can use our time well, because we start to realize that most of the time we use it on food.
Yeah.
Yeah. We either sitting having food, we go to town, we end up in a eatery place or even a coffee shop. Most of the time we got to do with drinking and eating. And imagine when we have this Esther fasting. For those of you that maybe you don't know what is Esther fasting. Esther fasting is a fasting that was taken from the Bible, the book of Esther, when they go into no food and no drinking for 3 days and 3 nights. So we started yesterday and today and tomorrow. And no food, no drinking, and the time